What's up, everybody, and everyone? Right back with you to review the latest pro wrestling news and results of Pod Wrestling Ratings. Debbie! And it's another week, and another one of those midweek must-see match lists to talk about. This week as part of Wrestling Rants, baby, Red Jet right back with you for a double shot tonight from the Wrestling Rants Control Center, as I am just about to get packed up and ready to roll for the next morning because I am heading to suburban Chicago, and the weekend is going to be something with the debut of AEW Collision on Saturday night from the United Center. I got a ticket to that show, and there's going to be plenty of content dropped from the Collision tapings right here. Stuff you can't see on TV, stuff you're not going to see on TV until the next week with Ring of Honor. Might drop some of that, as well as some highlights from Collision, from the show itself that you saw, and maybe some stuff that you didn't see in between commercials after the cameras rolled or the show was over. Who knows what this is going to be all going down on a Saturday, the first episode of AEW Collision. I might also be dropping some videos tomorrow night from an ICW independent wrestling show in suburban Chicago as well, Berwyn, Illinois to be exact. There's some death matches and a whole lot of other stuff on this card called No Holds Barred. So I am anticipating trying to make it to that show tomorrow night, as I'll be in Chicago tomorrow afternoon around all weekend long. So be looking for that content right here at Wrestling Rants. But before I leave the Control Center, we got midweek must-see matches to talk about. We also got a special Ranch Respective on this day in wrestling, June 15th. And to cap it all off, we got versus Impact versus Ring of Honor from tonight, Thursday night, June 15th, to also get a little bit into here at old Wrestling Rants. So let's get into the list of the week for the midweek must-see matches. And there is not a whole lot to talk about this week, particularly compared to the awesome first week in June that had a litany, and I mean a litany of great matches on a lot of different companies' lists. This one wasn't so much deep in the list. There was definitely some shows this week that were a little bit subpar, I felt like, in retrospect. Looking back, so this list definitely is a lot shorter than it usually would be. So let's go all the way back to June 8th. This covers June 8th through June 14th, the week of. This is a Thursday through Wednesday kind of pattern that we do here with the midweek must-see matches. And June 8th really didn't have much to talk about on Impact. There really wasn't a match that stood out on TV this week. But on Ring of Honor, the main event, I would say, go out of your way and try and look it up. It was Phoenix against the brother of Bandito, Gravity, in his debut match for AEW / Ring of Honor. And this was quite the auspicious debut, I will say that much. So check that out this was from the June 8th Ring of Honor episode. Let's get into June 9th. There was a decent amount of stuff in wrestling going on June 9th. Rampage, nothing really caught me like must-see on that show. However, on SmackDown, I thought the Santos Escobar and Mustafa Ali match was pretty good shit for SmackDown, so I'd say get a look at that one. Also on June 9th, we had Impact's Against All Odds. We've talked about this a few times this week. And definitely go out of your way. There's 3 matches particularly I'd say check out. Chris Sabin, Trey Miguel for the X Division Championship. The Ohio Street Fight between OVE and The Design. This was a surprisingly overachieving match, as well as the main event, Alex Shelley defeating Steve Maclin for that Impact World Championship. Definitely worth checking out that match as well. It was one about 20-25 minutes. was really nicely paced, and I thought the last 5-10 minutes of that match really took it to a whole new level. Over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, there really wasn't much to talk about from what I saw, which wasn't a whole lot. There just wasn't any big events in wrestling over the weekend, really, so there really wasn't much to say or comment on. Then we move over to June 12th. This was Monday night, and you know what that means, Monday Night Raw. I will give a nod to the main event, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens against Imperium. That was the team of Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. Thought some exchanges with Gunther and Owens once again were great. I liked the stuff potentially with Zayn, maybe getting into it with Gunther as well. Lots of good stuff in that main event on Raw. June 13th came around and we had NXT. I'll give a little nod to the opener on NXT. That was Mustafa Ali once again this week. Tyler Bate and Wesley over the Schism. It was not bad. This was definitely the high point of the show. On NXT, the main event, I did not care for much at all. And that was Ilya Dragunov against Baron Corbin. Did not like that finish one fucking bit, let me tell you. So don't check that match out unless you're a Baron Corbin fan. Then okay. June 14th, that was yesterday. That was Dynamite. And what a Dynamite show that was this week for AEW. I gotta tell you, one of the best first 30 minutes and last 30 minutes of Dynamite that you are gonna ever see, I think, was last night. And what I'm particularly talking about is two matches. The Adam Cole MJF non-title affair. Wow, 30 minutes of excellent work here for sure. Makes me certainly want to see a rematch with these guys. Are we going to wait all the way till All In? Maybe even All Out. But this is the long haul on this program with Cole and MJF. But this was an awesome start to it. And then the main event from Dynamite, Adam Page and the Young Bucks against the Blackpool Combat Club. This was just a continuation in a little bit, in certain ways, of Anarchy in the Arena. Not nearly the wild foray of a match that was, but this match still was a very, very excellent main event. I think the post-match was just as awesome as the match itself. With Eddie Kingston coming out, Will Ospreay, just a lot of chaos going in the mix after the main event, but the main event also delivered tenfold. Looking back on this short list this week, the match that really stands out to me as like the one you really need to go out of your way and check out if any of these matches, the top of the list, boy, I would say, this is a tough one. I would say the Adam Cole MJF match was something else. I really liked it. It was a 30-minute match. If you're into matches that are kind of build upon each other or build upon itself minute by minute, that's the kind of match you're going to want to check out. I think that was my pick for the week. Also, I have to say, Shelley and Macklin and Sabin and Trey Miguel were both really strong matches on that Impact show. I would put them in second and third on the list. So, and also you gotta go for that Young Bucks and Adam Page match with the Bullet or the Blackpool Combat Club. Man, everything hard to pick. I would go with Adam Cole and MJF. I think for my number one on the must-see match of the week for sure. Okay, come on right back because I'm not done tonight. I got Retrospective on its way. Coming up next, baby, Rocky Wrestling Rants, baby!